Welcome, football stalkers. We are outside Makulon Stadium in Tembisa, and the score finishes 2-1 to Highlands Park. Unfortunately, as you can see next to me, I've got a Black Leopards fans. Baba, your thoughts on today's game?
Today's game was not one of the best game. If you look at the game, we conceded 2 early goals in the first 30 minutes. For us, it was disappointing, especially the first half performance. I was very disappointed. And if you look at the way we were playing, we were nearly conceding almost 6 goals in the first half. So to us, I think we need to build on the next game with the next performance of the next game on Wednesday. So for today, we play poor, especially the defense, the midfield, on all our engineer players, KAPINGA, Mukwena, they were not very compact on the midfield. So we are worried about that, and I'm sure the coach should be also look at the issue of going into the next game.
But okay, you say that KAPINGA for you wasn't performing, but it seemed as though KAPINGA was the only player that was trying to make things happen. There were a couple of chances that were created by KAPINGA, but unfortunately your attackers were unable to finish the chances.
Like I said, the whole team, we didn't perform well, especially the first half. KAPINGA tried to step up the game in the second half, but he failed because he was alone. And if you look at the Musonda up front, he was isolated. He didn't get the supply. And who should supply? It's either KAPINGA, it's either Mukwena, it's either Robert Ngambi. So there was no supply, and he was forced to come back and collect the ball. And our wingers, they were not quick enough, because if you look at the Highlands Park, they were closing us at the left back. So our wingers should be quick enough. And if you look at the way that we were playing, we were not very quick, and that's the reason why Highlands Park we didn't score in the first.
Did you think that you missed Tusopala today?
Yeah, I can say we miss its experience, especially on the wings, because normally when you penetrate the team, you need to use your wings. We have the target man up front, which is Musonda. We know each team, when we play them, they plan according to him. They plan around him. So if we can utilize our wings, the right wing and the left wing, which we missed to Sopala for sure. And if you look at the center defense where Mukwena was operating, he didn't give us shape going forward. And I think that was costing us a lot. And if you look at the introduction of Abu Bakar in the midfield, he gave us shape in the second half, and we managed to score goals. And that's why we are saying to the coach, try to play Abu Bakar as a holding midfield. Then allow KAPINGA have a free role. On the right, we have Hlongwane. He needs game time. Like you can see, he was trying to play his game on. So again, we also need Temba Njovu. He's quick, he's fast, and that's what we need to play next.
So, what are your expectations of Kevin Johnson? I mean, it's only his first game, so what do you expect? I mean, at the moment you are sitting on 11th on the log. I think you are 2 points from relegation. So what are your expectations from Kevin Johnson and Black Leopards this season?
I think from our expectation side, I think Kevin Johnson, if you look at him at the Black Leopards that was promoted last season, we have a bunch of players, youngster like KAPINGA, Hlongwane, Abonjovu. So we need those experience of Thabo Matlaba, Tusopala. We need those experience, and if the coach can manage to combine those youngsters with those experienced players, and I feel like we can play better. Because if you look at the first half, we play poorly, but second half we play much better, and that's what the coach, he needs to build on the second half performance, especially with the introduction of Abu Bakar in the center, because he's the key. He makes the team plays. He makes the team going forward. When we are under pressure, he destroys the opponent. He destroyed the opponent. So that's what we need. And I feel like Kevin Johnson, I was happy, and I was expecting instead of putting in on Temba Njovu, we need Dex. He's quick, he's fast, and that's what football is about. You cannot play football in the PSL and you start to be slow. We need quick players, we need fast players, and that's what we need, especially up front. Because if you look at Musonda, he doesn't have a supply. Because each time we won the ball, the player, the opponent, they quickly regroup. Why? Because we are slow.
My brother, I need to get the other fans' view, but thank you very much. Ne?
Thanks.
Mama?
Yes, but
Look at mom.
okay.
Game we won it.
I saw the game was very nice, but although we came late, which is a very, very bad example for the supporters. But what I can say, Abu Bakr played a good game, and we should give Coach Kevin a chance. It's only his first game in charge, but he did good. There's no zeros here.
Yes.
Yeah. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. He ain't heavy, he's my brother.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, my sweetheart.
The first half was very disappointing. The performance, the team looked out of sorts for the large part of a game. Highlands Park dominated the first half. Second half, we came back, tried to play, but we were already 2 goals down. And this has become a common theme with Black Leopards. We concede a lot of goals, and we have our backs against the wall in most games, and we are trying to fight. But as you heard the fans, they're saying the day for Leopards will come. But when will the day come? Because consistently we are conceding goals. Last season it was a factor. We were constantly conceding goals. We don't score enough goals. So it was very disappointing.
Okay, so Owen Dagama was speaking about the fact that the reason why Highlands is struggling this season is because people studied Highlands Park. Last season they were a new team, so a lot of unknowns. So is it not the same for Black Leopards? Last season was a good season for you guys, but unfortunately now teams know what to expect from Black Leopards, and now it's a bit more difficult for your team, and that's why it's hard to come by results.
I would not necessarily agree, because if you look at Black Leopards, we have had 3 coaches this season. So what Black Leopards are people expecting? The Leopards of Luke Emal, the Leopards of Sokoa, the Leopards of Calvin Johnson. There's constantly change, but I think that is the problem. There is no structure within this team. There's constant changes, since we've been promoted, we've had 5 coaches, and that is. So the players are one week I'm supposed to do something, another week I'm doing something else. So I don't think that is a factor, and I think we need more stability at Black Leopards.
Well, it seems as though that you are going to get stability, because the chairman said that he's tired of hiring foreign coaches, and Kevin Johnson, the ex coach in the PSL, and now he's with Black Leopards, and it seems as though he's very happy with him. Do you think that Kevin Johnson will serve a longer term at Black Leopards?
As a Black Leopards fan for a long time, I've had many utterings about chairman. So I'm quietly optimistic, but we will see. It's a results business at the end of the day. We have had Dylan Kerr, we had Joel Masuta, who was a very good coach. Joel Masuta, who was a local coach. We have constantly been changing, and we don't know what will happen. So I don't know. I'm optimistic, but I am also cautious, knowing the history that Leopards has always had.
Let's hope for the best.
Joel Mborofita, but it here, bring back Joel Mborofita. When Joel Mborofita.
When the coach sees that the team is not
Kaspan.